myself from this a bit. Just grab it from there. Alright, hi guys. This is Savage. I'm with Firebat here.
So,
Millennium House Cup Day 2. Uh, First game will be the Fishu playing against Amaz. That's gonna
yeah.
be starting in like maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure, but it should be soon.
Yeah, it'll start when it starts.
So yeah, how you guys doing? You're Bob. Okay, that's nothing new. Where's Bob, by the way? I haven't seen him today, but I'm sure he's somewhere around here.
Yeah, with his cool hat
Mhm.
and his sunglasses.
Oh yeah, Bob is so awesome. I'm kinda sad I missed the barbecue on Friday.
You missed the barbecue?
Yeah, at Bob's place. Bob's barbecue, famous barbecue. I mean, I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty delicious. There's like tons of different food. It was like there wasn't any food in the beginning, and then food just kept
Mhm.
coming and coming and coming and coming. And you couldn't eat anymore, and then you felt rude because you weren't eating, and then you overate, and then you felt kind of sick, and then you kept
Mhm.
eating,
Wow.
but it was still good.
Yeah, I saw the video from there.
Yeah, I ate so much I just fell asleep on the couch.
Wow. Alright, did you sleep well last night?
Yeah, yeah, I slept great. How did you sleep?
Yeah, me too. Hey. Amal's getting ready for his match.
Getting ready by trolling the camera.
By yeah.
It's the best prep.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't really know. We got like nothing to talk about. But I guess yeah, the Fisher was pretty impressive yesterday with his hunter.
Yeah, definitely an interesting hunter deck.
Yeah, I mean it didn't look that consistent, but I mean that was
I mean,
really quick 3-0.
yeah, it 3 0'd, so it's a small sample size, but I guess we're gonna find out today if it's consistent or not.
Mhm. When I play a deck like that, I draw the piloted sky golems in my starting hand, and then on turn 6 I top deck the Undertaker, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Me too, man.
Uh, but he made it work. That Feign deck death though. I thought the card is so bad, and then he like okay gets a secret and gets like a 2 drop, gets a 4 drop, and what was it? I don't remember anymore. But a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it definitely did get value, and seemed to be the purpose of the deck. So I guess it's good that he's trying new things and they're working out for him.
Yeah, and I'm sure he like practiced the deck and he was confident in bringing it here. So there's something to it, and yeah, I'm actually really excited to see if it works today as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it's consistent or not, and we could actually have
Mhm.
like a different archetype of hunter that's tournament ready and consistent then,
Yep.
which would be really cool.
Yeah, because like the deck like that is so powerful when it works, but it's just does it work often enough? That's the question. So today we might see that if he goes 3-0 again, that might be like the next big thing, and the ladder is gonna be flooded with that shit. And yeah, who knows? He might bring some other interesting decks too, like the Fishu. I think his style is usually like more aggressive than controlling type, but he might have some kind of mech decks ready. Who knows? I haven't talked with him after GVG or practiced with him or anything, so I don't know for sure. Can't even remember playing him on ladder.
Yeah, I've never played him on ladder or anything,
Yeah,
so
do you
I
play
don't
any
know.
EU ever?
Yeah, I'm legend on NA and EU
Hmm?
like every single season, and I usually get to like top 16 at some point on
Mhm.
both servers, but then I'd probably tank down most of the time. Like right now,
Mhm.
yesterday I went from like 500 to 10 to 500 to 10 to 500 again. So I was
Wow.
just trying a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
A lot of it was really bad. You watched some of it.
Yeah, that was hilarious when you played the Mill Warrior
Oh, Mill Warrior, and then he got
against Hunter, and he got a like he was trying to mill with the warrior, and then
yeah,
the Hunter got a what's the name of the card? The new
Malorn,
Malorn.
yeah.
Malorn from a web spinner. Now, how do you mill that? Okay, the correct answer is that, that played a Fell Reaver, and then then Firebat killed the Malorn and milled the Malorn
Yeah,
with a
using the
Fell
Fell
Reaver.
Reaver.
Fell Reaver. Playing a Fell Reaver against the mill deck. Now, how good is that play?
It's pretty much the shittiest play you can do,
I mean, the only thing he had to do is just play the Malorn
and he
and
wins the
then
game.
play the Malorn again. Like, do
Yeah.
nothing else but play the Malorn.
That's all he had to do for the rest
It's
of
like
the
the
game.
only card that he can lose with was Fell Reaver.
Yeah,
Like, it was the only play. Like,
it was funny.
yeah, it was hilarious. I wish that was like recorded or streamed or something.
Yeah, that guy probably felt a little silly, but I guess it's
Mhm.
not a situation he's ever been put in before. So
That's true, and
You can't
I
make
don't
fun.
think he figured out what he was up against exactly.
yeah,
He should have by then
Yeah, he
because it was
should've.
like really late in the game.
the only card he had left was Malorn and Fell Reaver, and he should have figured it out.
Mm-hmm. Let's play the Malorn, don't play the Fell Reaver.
Yeah, it's
No
like-
cards left in the deck.
Yep,
Why do you... No, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
very silly.
He got the loss that he deserved, and that's that.
Maybe we'll see like Mill Warrior today.
What are the odds?
Maybe Amaz brought it. Team
Ooh.
Archon Tech.
That would be exciting.
That would be fun. I like the deck a lot, actually.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it really crushes aggro, but can struggle against a lot of decks.
Yeah. But we did see Amaz's Warrior yesterday, and it was the double big game hunter one, so...
Yeah, so it's not.
Yeah, but good try. I almost got excited there. Then I remembered. What do you think of the double BGH in Warrior?
I think double BGH is great in Warrior.
Somebody,
Warriors
yeah.
usually like you can make it either for like an anti-aggro deck or you can make it an anti-control deck. And like obviously with the double BGH, he's gearing his lineup. That's one of his 2 decks that are going against control.
Somebody also played it. I saw it on like a ESL tournament. Like somebody brought double BGH in Warrior as well. So Amaz was not the only one doing that. So I guess there's something to it.
Yeah, I used to play double BGH in like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I've won a few tournaments in the past with like double BGH Ramp Druid, double BGH Warrior. I don't know. It's just really strong to just really tilt your control matchups in your favor.
Mm-hmm. I think Druid needs it slightly more because Warrior has like the executes and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can like get away with just one. But in Druid, I could imagine playing that. But I mean, I guess it can be alright in Warrior too if you know what you're up against. What matchup do you think it hurts the most? Like when is it bad?
When you're running 2 BGHs,
Yeah.
it definitely hurts the Druid matchup a lot. Because
Yeah.
you don't want to draw those BGHs early and then have them like clunking up your turns. Because against Druid, you really need to have super efficient turns in the early game so you don't take too much damage for them to be able to combo you down.
Yeah, I felt like against Druid you gotta like build some kind of board early on,
Yeah.
and it's really tough.
If you can
sometimes.
get ahead tempo with like Armor Smiths and
Belcher.
Belcher and like
Mhm.
Cruel Task all of your little dudes and trade up with them and not even have to weapon things down, then you're just gonna win every time.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel, but it's so difficult to do
Yeah.
because there's no minions at 4 mana or 3 mana or like all you have is the 2 drops and then the 5s.
Yeah, and playing big game hunter on 3 doesn't take very good board position because they just kind of keep really grow of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're very sad.
Yeah, there's nothing, and they can even afford to keep it, because what else is there to silence? Like I mean, maybe I guess you can maybe be silence a Belcher or Sylvanas. Like Sylvanas is pretty difficult to deal with as a druid usually, but
But it's still
killing off a
killing off a
BGH,
BGH.
like, yeah,
yeah,
like,
it's worth it.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way too good to pass up. Reading the chat. Alright. Stop rambling. Wish we should we like play some? I don't know. Is there even Hearthstone in here? Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Imsh, come say hi.
There's Nimsh.
There's the champ. He got 3-0'd yesterday. But
That
today
was-
is gonna be
That
better.
was that's kind of mean.
Yeah, it was kind of mean. Oh wow.
Malorn.
Nimsh
Is it versus
playing
Fatigue Warrior?
Malorn,
Normal Warrior.
Hunter, Malorn.
Against
we go.
Normal Warrior though.
Yeah.
Not Fatigue Warrior.
But still nice.
It's still pretty good.
You remember the Reddit on like first 3 days? Like there was like every 15 minutes somebody was posting a picture of Hunter and Malorn.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit! How can this happen? This is so amazing. And it was like, okay, I think at some point the mods started like banning or like deleting those posts. Like, ugh.
It is pretty cool.
But it is cool, yeah. But once you see it a few times, it's like, okay, like only if it happens to you, I guess it's cool.
Wow, that's pretty selfish.
I guess.
It's only cool if it happens to me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I, I don't know how to like express my point. I think like, yeah. But still, yeah. What other stuff can you get from WebSpinner? That's cool. Is there anything new? Like the 5-4 beast?
You get the 7-9 or whatever that thing is.
Mhm.
The big guy that doubles in attack.
Oh
Six
yeah,
nine or whatever.
yeah, the Garzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla.
I had a game like few days ago in ladder where my opponent had lethal if he like kill commanded his own Garzilla instead of kill commanding me, because it was like 6 damage if he actually kill commanded the Garzilla to double the attack, and then he missed it.
Wow.
He just went put me down to 1. He kill commanded face, put me down to 1 and conceded. And then like after the game he was like, I added him and I was like, dude, you missed lethal. He was like,
Oh, such a nice guy. You're pointing out when people make mistakes.
no,
rub
he
it
was
in their
he was
face.
like, oh. Okay. I don't know. Maybe just BM to tell him that he missed lethal. But I felt like he deserved to know.
Yeah, you're helping him learn.
Yeah.
It's a
like
good
next
thing.
time it won't happen.
You're making people better.
Yeah.
By making fun
Trying
of them.
hard. That card would be so amazing in like mage. But how do you get it as a mage?
Mirror entity.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's like possible, but highly unlikely.
Mhm. Doesn't happen very often.
You seen the Hysteria YouTube video where
No.
he takes Ravenhold Assassin on the board
Mhm.
and then recombobulates it to get Gazrilla, and then plays like a wild pyromancer and then commanding shouts, and then uses like a whole bunch of spells,
Wow.
hits him for like
Billion.
like 20,000 something. I don't know.
Yeah, that should be lethal even if he has armored up a few times.
Yeah, even if he has armored up a few times, it's still lethal.
Yeah. There should be like an extra rule that like if it's warrior mirror match, like the first one to 100 armor wins. Like additional win condition.
That would be
Maybe not to
interesting.
100, like to 50.
It'd be a lot like less fatigue games, I guess. But then
Yeah.
wouldn't a strategy be just to run like all of the things that give you armor? Like you just never cut those from your deck and then just run all the armor givers and
I
taunts.
guess.
So
But
you-
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I was by the way, I was like really confused. I don't know. I never brought this up before, but because there has been like some talks. I've heard some like Blizzard comments be made that they don't want fatigue games. Like those are not cool, basically. Because like their games are like too long and boring and kind of like they're not exciting. Like if a fatigue is a strategy or so.
Yeah, but there's a lot of thinking in fatigue games.
Yeah, that's true. Like they're long, but it's still like the games are like if it
Like-
goes to that like it's like unwanted meta as far as I know. I'm under that expression that they don't want to like fatigue game. Anyway,
It's some of the most like strategy intensive games though, because you have to make the read at like when you're 15 cards through your deck, you have to be like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm not gonna win this game straight up. I have to try and take it to fatigue.
Mhm.
Like at that point in
That's
the game,
true.
you have to make the judgment call, change your entire game plan, and work towards that game plan.
I did it yesterday when I was
So-
playing my paladin against priest. Well, like I lost the game and I had like 0 chance. But I knew that like, after my Doctor Boom was killed and my Tyrion was mind controlled, I dealt with it. But still, there was like 12 cards left in my deck. But I already knew that there's like the only way to beat the priest would be to fatigue him.
Yeah.
So I started already going for it, but it didn't work out. Like I didn't have enough stuff to hold on. But yeah, that's true. But what I was trying to say that I'm actually kind of confused about the Shield Maiden like design, because like it's like encourages the fatigue games kinda, or like really long games. Like Shield Maidens were like what pushed Warrior like over the top, which are like in my opinion that makes the games like even longer than they already were.
Huh.
Because I read like comments that they don't want the games to be that long, but then there's like a card which like exactly does that, makes games like longer. Because like when you've been both players like play Shield Maidens, like the games get ridiculously long.
I just like Shield Maiden because like playing a taunt as a substitute there, I always get like Iron Becowled and then they just run Arcane Golem in my face and I die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a taunt that they can't kind of silence against aggro, and in any of the control matchups, you can use it with like shield slam, and a 5/5 is just
Mm-hmm.
decent forward presence. So I don't know. I don't think it like extends games too much. I think it's just like another mid game creature, like a Karen or something, has like a
Okay,
similar
cool.
effect.
Like my experience have been like when you play against like not in all matchups. Like if you play against aggro attack, the games don't get that much longer.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
you play like a priest or another warrior, like in
yeah.
those
And
cases, like sometimes it's like
both everyone's like running two of them too. So
yeah, like I don't even play warrior on ladder. It's like because of that. But yeah, what do you think of Iron Jacker now? Because that's like exactly the opposite. Like I'm actually really excited for that one.
the
But
Iron Juggernaut.
there's no room for it right now.
Yeah,
Or
it's
what do you
really
think?
hard to fit in. I don't know. Have you seen the decks that use it with like pandas and stuff?
Yeah.
Just panda it a bunch and then get a whole ton of
Yeah,
mana.
that's another one of those decks that are really like cool when it works out, but it's not
Yeah,
consistent enough.
yeah. It's hilarious when they draw three mines in a row
It sure
and
is.
they just die. Like
Mm,
that's fantastic. I sit there laughing for like a good 20 minutes until it happens to me, and then I Bible thump. But
yeah. You play like for one day with that deck, and then you make a highlight video of like all the three games that you actually
yeah,
managed to pull it
three,
off.
and then you call it a day.
Mhm. Okay.
I don't know when they're gonna start,
Me neither.
but they should be starting pretty soon.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
The chat looks really excited with all their resident sleepers.
Mhm.
Everybody should raise their resident sleepers if they're excited.
Raise your resident sleeper.
Twitch chat.
What else is out there? What do you think of the like out of the class and stuff? What do you think of Shaman right now? Because best in the first match, there's gonna be no wait, not in the first match, but best Marmot brought a Shaman. I think he was the only one. So what do you think of Shaman
I
right
think
now?
Shaman's really good at like defending some of the faster decks like Mech Mage and Zoo because they have all the like efficient one mana removals, and then also Arcane Nullifier I think it's called.
Mhm.
The 2/5 that can't be targeted by spells fits really nicely into Shaman. It can get buffed by like Flame Tongue Totems and Power Mace. So it's untargetable by spells and you can buff it with Power Mace to just make it huge. It's
Mhm.
pretty disgusting. That 4/7 taunt.
Yeah, that's one of the combos that I was like looking forward most to in Shaman. But when I played with the Arcane Nullifier seemed a bit weak, like when you actually don't have the Power Mace thing on it. So I started to lean more towards just the piloted shredders.
Huh.
But I don't know, like maybe one
Maybe
Arcane
one.
Nullifier or so. Maybe
Yeah.
even two. I mean, there's some synergy there with like Flame Tongue as well. But without the Power Mace buff, it's just like 2/5, like the 2 power is.
Yeah,
It
two
doesn't
powers.
feel like it cuts it. It's kind of
Yeah,
bad.
you
I don't know.
sacrifice a lot of the stats just to make sure it can't be targeted by spells.
Mhm.
So
What's the advantage as a shaman from that really? Like, I think
it
that
still dies to AoE.
yeah,
But
it's like such a defensive card. But I feel like if you play a power mace and like the other shaman kit is basically it's like fairly aggressive I think. So the 2/5 doesn't go that well with it in my opinion. But I
mm,
haven't played that much, so I can't say for sure yet. Like I'm sure that somebody's gonna make up like really amazing shaman list at some point. But when I tried shaman, it was a disaster.
huh. I was just playing like standard shaman on ladder the other day and had like a lot of success with it.
Hmm.
Just like old pre GVG shaman. Really cleaned up the mech mages quite nicely.
Did
So
you put in crackle for lightning bolt?
no, I just kept lightning bolts in. Just for the like flexibility of being able to use it while developing something. And I
Yeah.
had unbounds in.
I've seen some people that they got lightning bolts for crackles.
Yeah. Well, if you're running unbounds, like you want the lightning bolts just so
Hmm.
you can unbound and then like coin lightning bolt because it's such a huge
Yeah.
tempo play.
Yeah, I agree. And like I had some because you can't also like at turn 3 for example if you gotta remove a creature, like you can't throw them off if you crackle.
Yeah,
So that's like having or not having that one extra totem it can be huge.
definitely, definitely.
All right. Let's see if we Do we have anything here?
Alright, we have a blank screen. It's really fancy.
Alright, so we're gonna take a short break and come back with the game hopefully soon. So see you guys in a bit. Alright, hi guys, we're back. So we're getting to the first match finally. Yes. Hope you're as excited as me and Firebat are. So we're gonna have the Fishu playing against Amaz. The Fishu, the French guy, he has been showing some solid results. He made it to the EU top 16, and he made it not quite all the way there, but I think he had some solid showing. He beat Colento 3-0, and no, he didn't actually. He almost beat Colento 3-0, but then there was like 1 HP, and I think Colento actually made a comeback. But the Fishu is one of the better known French players. And yeah, and here's Amaz, the crowd favorite. the most popular Hearthstone streamer out there. From Hong Kong, the I Am Shenzhen winner, the winner of the last House Cup as well. Like
Yeah.
last time here. You weren't here, right?
I was not here, no.
Yeah,
I wasn't
me
even
neither.
on, like, Team Archon wasn't a thing, so I, like, wasn't on a team with Amaz or nothing.
Yep, he has had some solid results. So yeah, we'll see if the double big game hunter is gonna be a thing. I'm sure he's gonna pick his spots carefully to get value out of that. I mean, you don't want to play the double BGH against aggro, so I wouldn't expect him to start with the warrior.
Of course, you're probably just gonna save it to queue into more of a control deck. Really
Yep.
get the beast in your sights and snipe him.
I guess it's kind of obvious, but still. What do you think he's gonna start with? Do you have inside information?
I don't have any inside information at all, but I feel like he's gonna ban Druid if there's a Druid, and because that's what he's been doing so far,
Yeah.
and probably start Priest maybe. I don't know if it's not banned.
I mean, it could be banned if he like considers it somehow like a his hunter isn't that weak to the priest, I think, because of the hunter is so special.
Yeah, it's got so many like late
So-
game creatures.
Because normally hunter is kind of bad against priest, but maybe that hunter is not so bad, so he might not be that scared of the beast. So okay, let's go to game one.
Game one. Oh, Hunter versus Handlock.
Hunter handlock, so Amaz has a slight edge here, but I don't think it's that big anymore because of the ancient heal bots. Like that helps the
Definitely does help, but it also depends on if the Hunter's running Hunter's Marks or not. Because the Hunter's Mark is just gonna allow him to kill a giant for 0 mana. Not a great hand, but not a bad hand. From
Greetings,
Amaz.
traveler.
The Fishu's got coined Ancient Watcher into his choice of either Taunt or Iron Beak Owl, which is definitely insanely strong against any
Ha-
sort of aggressive deck.
Guys, let me know how loud is the game sound. I lowered it a little bit. It was like really loud at first. If it's still right now.
Yeah, so definitely just gonna coin Watcher to set up the Iron Beak Owl at next turn and start just taking down every creature. So Maz is gonna probably make the read here that he's gonna Owl it and play Spectre Spider instead of Knife Juggler to avoid the Knife Juggler just dying for free. So now do you even Owl here or do you just Sunfury Protector?
Okay.
You probably still Owl it. Even though there's nothing you can really efficiently trade against.
Yep. Still too loud. Trying to fix the sound.
So many possibilities.
Okay.
Yeah, something's wrong.
I reduced it a little bit, but I reduced from there as well.
Maybe we're getting
It,
trolled.
it might be okay now.
Many
Okay, so lowered from there. Okay.
So he is just gonna go with
I
the
guess it's
Owl
fine
play
now.
we were talking about.
Alright, thanks.
Good read by Maz not playing the Knife Juggler into that.
Louder. Okay. Let's turn it from here a bit. This. Okay, maybe it's good now.
I think here I would
So-
kill command for board control. But
Yeah. So you're saying kill command the watcher?
yeah, it's probably what I would do.
Okay. Well, half aura. That
Half
has
is
to be a trade.
Yeah. You could kill the owl and then go face and open yourself up to Dark
Mhm.
Bomb, but
That wouldn't work out.
yeah, that wouldn't work out because he happens to have a Dark Bomb. Some people don't run Dark Bomb in Handlock or run it as a one-of.
I don't think Amaz is gonna risk the dark bomb.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna risk it. It's interesting that he chose to roll an Animal Companion instead of... Oh, he is gonna risk it. Instead of just kill commanding the Watcher.
Huh?
The Handlock with a very, very small hand size doesn't really have too many threats,
No.
so...
There's the dark bomb. Amaz does have the bow to follow up. I'm sure he's gonna take out the watcher with the bow next time.
For sure,
So
for
it's
sure.
not a disaster.
Yeah, it's a recoverable risk.
That's my Exna. Wonder how useful it's gonna be.
I mean, it could take down a giant
Yep, it can.
or a lot of Twilight Drakes if
See?
it gets healed between the first one.
Wow. That's an interesting hand from the Fishu. It's not that bad, I think. Because he does have the early game cards.
Yeah, the early game cards are sick. He's not dying right now. Right now, the Hunter needs to really be establishing a board. Right now, he has everything to come
Yeah.
back.
And he's not establishing a board with that hand.
Yeah.
Or I guess he can get like a little bit going, but there's the Hellfire.
Yeah. It's too late. He needed this board established earlier, but the Coin Ancient Watcher into Owl is just such a strong opening. It's like Innervate Yeti. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it sure
disgusting.
is. Definitely the right line to take against Hunter. Like, you can't go for a Giant or a Drake even if you have it. It's too slow.
Yeah.
So there's the board clear.
That's sad for Amaz.
Yep.
But we may see Mayaxna.
Mhm.
That's exciting.
Yep.
It's gonna be met by a Siphon Soul, but
Yeah, for sure.
you get to hear that beautiful sound as it enters the battlefield.
We don't hear that too often. Nobody plays it for a good reason. I think it's a pretty cool card to have in the web spinner beast pool.
Yeah, definitely creates some interesting variants. The Knife Juggler's not a bad pickup. Help get that board back. The Hellfire's already been used.
Yep, not bad at all. And one Dark Bomb was used as well.
For sure. He's got a kill command. So the 5, 6, 7. He draws a beast, he's got 13 damage.
Yep.
And he's tapping.
Oh
At
wow,
14
that's a
damage if the
great
knife
pickup.
goes fade. Wow. The Dark Bomb off the top is just disgusting.
Yep. I would probably like. It seems like pretty obvious that he's gonna Dark Bomb the Juggler.
Yeah.
But I would probably drop one of the Sun Furies as well.
Yeah, the bow's
Like, why
already been
not?
used.
Yeah, and he has 2 Sun Furies, so he doesn't need to save up both of those. So he will still have access to taunts even if he plays one. So bomb the Juggler and play Sun Fury. If he doesn't play Sun Fury, I would imagine it's because of the Mountain Giant.
Sure.
But he cannot, like, even if he holds on to the Sun Fury, he cannot go Giant into Sun Fury next turn.
Yeah, you can't.
Because
So
Giant is still gonna be 7 mana after the bomb. If he had a Molten Giant,
then you
then he
think
could
about
consider
holding.
just like a passing the turn here
Yeah.
as well. But with this hand,
Yeah, with this hand you have to play them both.
Yep.
Just getting that Sun Fury down to proc the trap is going to be really helpful.
Yeah.
He chooses not to
Oh,
play the Sun Fury.
doesn't play it.
It's interesting. The
Oh
Jeeves.
wow,
That is a
that's a
draw.
great draw.
So now you just Jeeves Whirling Blades. You definitely don't use the kill command.
No,
yet.
no, 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 no.
He gets in too low.
This is a close decision. Like, we can see that the right play would be the hero power with these hands, but if you are Amaz, I would probably not hero power, or maybe only hero power, not attack with the scientist, but not do both,
Yeah.
because there's no answer to a Molten Giant right now.
Yeah, no answer at all. Unless you get like another kill command off the Jeeves draws.
But if he feels like, all right,
He feels like he's under enough pressure that he has
Yep.
to go in and take the risk.
and it's
of
gonna work
Molten
out
Giants.
here in this situation.
Yeah, the risk is gonna pay off because he doesn't have it.
Yep.
So.
I
I
mean,
guess that's
he's
a good read.
He was kind of in a bad spot, so just
Yeah.
taking the risk of the Molten Giants seems fair.
Yeah, like how do you win if you don't take the risk now?
Yeah.
Because like eventually you're just gonna lose to either Mountain or Molten if you don't
Yeah.
go in. So
And something like Belzer could come down anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay.
just so many things just stop your entire game plan just because the start was so rough that you have to take extra risks.
Yeah, I agree. So, Drake. Would you even consider double Sun Furies? Because like this Jaraxxus coming next turn. What do you think of that? Or just a Drake Sun Fury?
I would just do Drake Sun Fury. I think having a taunt giver in your hand
Tap
is
or
just
no
too
tap?
important.
Because this is Jaraxxus, so maybe he could tap.
That wouldn't happen. I'd be too scared. Your
Yeah,
opponent
it's
just
pretty
went
scary. That's
all
true.
towards your face, and they cycled 2 cards with Jeeves, and they're playing Jeeves in their deck, which means they might be running like Arcane Shot or some other low curve decks. He chooses not to taunt anything.
Wow.
He is not expecting chargers at all. And that's unfortunate. This Arcane Golem, which wasn't going to connect for any damage, is now going to be able to push in for 5 damage.
Yeah. For sure. For sure this is Arcane Golem turn.
Oh, yeah.
And even the Direwolf. Like, why would you wait with Direwolf? I
Yeah.
guess there's the Unleash, but yeah.
This is such a strong play going
Yeah, it
into
is.
Drax's turn too, because not only are you pushing tons of damage and forcing him to have to play Draxus, but you're also developing a board.
Yeah, like even if he plays a Jaraxxus, he's gonna take 7 damage, or 6 or so.
Did we see what the trap was?
It was snakes.
Snakes. Oh, so when he tries to clear the Direwolf with the Jaraxxus, the snakes are gonna come out. Oh
so
my
is
gosh.
that game right there?
I think
it's
If he
not
drags
not just yet, but it's close.
He's going down to 13, and then there's 7 on the board.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna take
5 from the
7
wheel.
more.
Yeah. So
So he's
that's
1
actually
damage.
game. That's game right there. It's 7 on the board and 7 in the hand with the kill command hero power,
Yeah.
and plus the 2 from
Plus
the
the 2
direwolf.
from the direwolf, so 16.
So the only way for him to survive would be to like life tap into a heal bot and taunt it up or something like that. I don't know if that would even work because of the unleash.
Yeah, it's interesting that he chose to do the Shadow Flame over the taunt. He was really not expecting that Arcane Golem. The tech really threw him off there.
Yeah. The Arcane Golem really like threw him off. That's it. Game 1 going to Amaz. There's no way he's gonna miss the lethal. Zero chance. It looked kind of bad, but the risk he took by going face with the like risking the Molten Giants really paid off.
Yeah, if he didn't risk the Molten Giants there, he was surely gonna lose.
Yes, I agree. Well played by Amaz. And the Fishu also, like it was not that many mistakes. Like we might have done some small things a bit differently, but I think mostly like overall he played pretty well.
Yeah, he played very well. He just didn't anticipate Arcane Golem. And how can you? Like,
Yeah.
how often do you see Arcane Golem?
Didn't we even I don't think we saw the Hunter deck from Amaz yesterday.
I don't think so either.
I can't
yeah.
remember, so can't blame the Fishu there. If he played it and he would have seen the Arcane Golem, then maybe a different line would have been better. Like taunting up instead of the Shadow Flame. I guess that's it.
Yeah, he did the Shadow Flame probably to play around the silence.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you can either play around silence or you can play around chargers. You can't really play around both.
All right,
So-
going to game
so
2.
Just the line he took.
That's the Warrior. No surprise really.
Yeah, Warrior seems like a really good counter to Arcane Golem Hunter.
Yep, that's but not as good as Fiery War Axe, but I guess it's a keep because you can't really rely on getting a Fiery Axe if you replace it.
The Ragnaros comes. Oh, the Undertaker
Wow.
calling Leper Gnome into Scientist.
No, that's a crazy start from Amaz.
And he has no Fiery War Axe. Because he didn't mull very aggressively for the Fiery War Axe.
No.
So it's no wonder he didn't get it.
Yep,
I don't know if that's a mistake to keep the Deathbite in this matchup.
it might have been.
I mean,
But
it lines up with Animal Companion, but
Mhm.
at the same time, like if they get this Undertaker start and you're sitting here with a Deathbite, you just lose.
I mean that's not. It wasn't like a bad hand, but like against. Wow,
Oh
there's
my
the Fire.
God.
That's a huge
He only
draw.
mulliganed like 1 card.
Yeah,
and
he
he
gets
gets
the
it
Death
anyway.
Spite on Whirlwind.
What are the chances? Pretty low.
Yeah, that changes everything. Like
Now there's a game here.
the Undertake would have been like 9 damage or something ridiculous just
Yeah.
by itself without the Fiery War Axe.
Yep. So the game would have just been over if he didn't get that there. So at least he got it there, so we have a game.
Yeah, but as it stands, like now it's looking great for the Fisher suddenly.
And he also has the Deathbite now.
Uh-huh.
So kind of a
Wow.
greedy keep, then it just really worked out for him.
Acolyte and Whirlwind. Like that's so good right now.
Yeah, Acolyte Whirlwind is nuts for the next turn. Amaz is probably going to develop, and the Whirlwind's just going to punish.
Okay,
We have
so that's the
freezing.
snake. So there's something else too.
Yeah,
It's
it's
either-
freezing.
Freezing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess the safest thing is to just Whirlwind here. Oh wow.
Wow, Cruel Taskmaster is not even a bad pickup.
This is pretty interesting. He does have a few choices here. I'm sure he figured out that at least one of those is snakes.
Yeah, he has to know one of them is snakes.
Yep.
I wouldn't feel bad, like, just death biting phase.
Yeah,
Just
that's
to have
not too
it
bad.
developed for when you can play Belcher next turn.
Yeah.
So then, like, no matter what creature the hunter plays for 4 mana, unless it's like a Oasis Snapjaw,
Mhm.
then you just hit the creature, kills the entire board and all of the snakes, and then you develop Belcher with just a huge tempo push with the Belcher.
Like the only problem with that really is like if there's a Houndmaster, I guess.
The Houndmaster.
And he does take a few extra damage, like then he takes like 5 next turn, and he's gonna take another 3 from the web spinner.
Yeah, you
So-
take extra damage to gain tempo, but like the longer you hold on to the Deathbite, the more their board's gonna develop. So the Deathbite, you're gonna take more damage when you first get it out.
I would also like consider the Whirlwind here just to like clear the board because there's only 2 cards in Amaz's hand.
Explosive trap.
Oh, so it's actually explosives. Now that's great
Interesting.
for the Acolyte.
Yeah.
Like no real reason to like trade that with anything.
There's no reason
'Cause
to
he
trade
doesn't want to
or
proc
push
the
face.
snakes, yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't even know if it's snakes. It could be freezing. Maybe he's just like running tricolors, one of each trap. So
Yeah, could be.
you might as well keep the accolade on the field so you can get another draw off of it.
Alright, draws with the web spinner. Let's see what he gets. Timberwolf. Yeah, it's not the best thing ever, but I guess it's kinda okay. Like, it might be useful later. Like, right now it's useless, but who knows, like,
With an unleash or something.
with an unleash, yeah, later on in the game.
And it's also like a small beast, so you can get it out of his hand easily for when he gets the Jeeves later.
Yep, that's true.
If he gets the Jeeves.
Yeah, like if he had something like a core hound from that, like it's really difficult. It kind of just ruins the Jeeves.
Sure.
So kill that and Belcher, I guess. I wouldn't be too worried about the 1-1s, so you don't have Whirlwind here.
Yeah, I don't think it's right to Whirlwind. You have to save the Whirlwind for like the other snakes or for like execute activators.
Yeah, I agree.
More important situations. Plus you can't develop anything behind the Whirlwind, so Belcher is just the obvious play.
The Fishu is kinda low right now.
Yeah, 13's pretty scary, but he has stabilized the board, which is a huge first step for him. Except his hand is really clunky. He doesn't have things he can develop while also armoring up, which is going to make him hard to sort of gain that health back that he needs to
Oh,
survive.
there's a shield block.
And then we get the shield block.
I don't think you do it just yet, though.
Yeah, you have to play Sylvanas.
Yeah, you gotta get something going.
And also, it's just good to face off with high main if high main comes next turn.
That's true.
I mean, you may not even be expecting high main just because of
Arcane Golem.
yeah, the Arcane Golem and the Jeeves. So maybe you think there's no high mains.
Yeah,
then-
oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I wouldn't, after seeing Jeeves and Arcane Golem, I wouldn't be expecting high mains.
Are you afraid of dying right here at 11? Probably not.
Nah.
Yeah. The most he could do is like unleash Timberwolf. Or unleash the command.
It's quite a bit of damage.
It's not bad. Is he gonna bluff the freezing trap?
Seems so.
Yeah. He forgoes using the hero power here to do that. So that's also kind of important to note.
Yeah.
So it could be a net loss of just 2 damage. Baron Geddon is a pretty ballsy play here.
Yeah, that's like way too ballsy. Like, no way. And it would be dead to a kill command. I felt like he really had to armor up here.
For sure.
And maybe Whirlwind and just pass, cause you don't want to give the Hunter an extra charge for now.
Yeah, definitely. You do not want to give him any extra charges. I would just Whirlwind pass and then just set up to just rag solo him next turn.
Yep, seems alright.
Let's see. Fireworks.
That's interesting.
I guess if
Okay.
it's snakes, he can answer with the Whirlwind.
Yep, that's alright, I guess.
And he wants to get this Cruel Taskmaster in place to proc the freezing trap. It's freezing trap. It's not a bad play.
No, but personally, I kind of feel like I really wanted to armor up every turn.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Especially seeing Arcane Golem. He's already showing
Yeah.
5 on the board right now with the bow and the hero
Yeah.
power.
so it's kind of scary, but it's like it gave him a stronger board presence than the Whirlwind would have. So
For
it worked out alright.
Yeah, he's not dead, so it worked.
Yep, that's true.
Oh, the Armor Smith off the top is
That's
huge.
a great pickup.
That is going to work very well with the Whirlwind.
Yeah.
And the Explosive Trap.
It's probably gonna test for freezing with the Cruel Task first.
Yeah.
So there's like no reason to go face with the Cruel, right?
Right, you should just run it into the Direwolf
Yeah.
Alpha.
Drop the Armor Smith and go for the Wolf. Yep.
There we go.
Sees the trade actually happens, so now he knows it's explosives.
Yeah, so now you can just trade with the Sylvanas. Armor up.
Yep, seems
Pass
solid.
the turn.
No cards in the
And
Hunter's hand.
yeah, the Hunter's not going to be able to kill him. He could just keep armoring every single turn and then just like kill him however he feels like it when he feels like it later in the game. Get a Rag stabilized, just have Rag shooting things.
Yep. Amaz really needs Jeeves top deck next turn.
Whirlwind's a little interesting here. Why not just attack with the Sylvanas? I guess he's just really scared. He wants that
Oh,
extra
or is he
armor.
going for...
Is he
like-
going face?
Trying to think.
He's trying to push damage here.
Yeah.
He's trying to set up a
Is
lethal.
it trying to set? Is it possible? How much is that?
He's trying to set up lethal with a rag shot, I guess. He gives him another bow charge though.
9 plus 8. So
that's-
he has actually one off with the rag, even if he clears.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I like that attack so much right here, because it would have been an end race for the Chrome if he wanted to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still more damage to attack now because you get the 5 through and then you get 8.
Yeah, that's true.
So
It's
he's-
looking really good for him.
yeah, I don't think there's a way he could lose at this point. But
No,
yep, is that lethal? That's lethal with Grom and Shield Slam your Grom.
that's true.
The top deck lethal. Oh, he did set up lethal.
Oh,
we
that's
miscounted.
he's missing lethal here. No, don't
No,
do it.
he can Shield Slam and then play rag and then hit him in the face.
Oh, that's lethal as well.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
He,
Fair enough.
he set up lethal with the rag last
Yeah,
time.
that works as well. Yeah,
We can't count.
yeah. So he did. I just did some bad math there. Yeah, it was well played.
It was very well played.
I miscounted. Winner the fish shoe.
So the bow charge didn't even matter because he was killing him next turn.
Yeah, not at all. Nice. So the warrior is now. The hunter is now out. So Amaz has. I can't quite remember what the ban was. I don't think we saw the ban.
Yeah, we didn't get to see the ban.
Okay, there are the classes. So he has priest, his own warrior, and warlock, but we don't know which one is banned.
It looks the grayed out one is banned, whatever that is. But we don't know what class it is.
But there's the
What's up
priest.
with the priest?
Oh my god, it's a
The priest?
recompilator priest.
Yeah, double Shadow Madness, double Recombobulator to just Shadow Madness
double
those Belchers.
And shrink masters, maybe.
Probably Shrinkmeisters, but
Mhm.
just Shadow Madness into Recombobulator in the control matchups is disgusting.
Yeah, I
so
know.
strong.
Like, I played a bit with this deck. Like, it's like amazing against every single deck with Belchers. Like,
Yeah, every
how do
single
you
deck.
lose?
And Warrior runs 2 Belchers.
Yeah,
He mulliganed away one part of the combo and got the other part.
that's
Meanwhile,
pretty
the
good.
Fishu's got the dream of early game, and
Yeah,
he's
no
thinking
weapons.
about.
He's like, I think he's like going for the weapon
He
here.
keeps the Shield Slam. It's interesting.
Yeah,
he gets
it's
the
really
Acolyte too.
interesting. The Acolyte is a good pickup.
I think I would have mulliganed away the Shield Slam, but I don't think. Huh. I guess he's just really afraid of just having an answer for Dark Cultist.
I guess.
'Cause he doesn't want his early board destroyed. Well, he's got so many early game creatures. Amaz holding the Northshire Cleric to make sure it doesn't die to the Fiery War Axe.
Yep.
He saw his opponent keep so many cards, so he's probably assuming his opponent does have Fiery War Axe.
I would too. I mean, if my opponent kept 3 cards, I would think there's a Fiery Warx in there.
for sure. No doubt. Usually warriors tend to mulligan a lot of their cards to try and get Fiery War
Yeah,
Axe.
just go aggressively for the Fiery Warx. Kind of like with Druid, like how you go for Wild Growth and stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, that's not gonna work out. Oh,
Amaz is just
that's
gonna leave it
interesting.
there instead of using the Shadowward Pain.
I'm sure he knows what he's doing. I would have been like snap
Well,
Shadowward Painting
If he
that.
Cruel Tasks it, he can clear with Shadow Madness
That's true.
and draw a card. So we'll
But
see what
I would have
happens
just
here.
painted instantly. Like I see the coin go out, and I'm like, okay, this is a pretty
Yeah.
good trade. Like coin and
Denying
Three
Warrior
stop.
the card draw is really, really important. Just
Yeah, I
because a
think so
lot of
too.
their removals are like combos. Like you have to Whirlwind, then execute,
Mhm.
or Cruel Taskmaster, then execute.
this is
So,
pretty good start from the Fishu with the double acolytes, because you wanna play those early against the priest.
yeah, so they can't be Caballed later in the game.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's your card draw engine, so it's always good to draw your card draw first. You never want to be like 5 cards left and still have card draw to go.
Yeah,
That's always the
yeah,
worst.
that's another thing. But yeah, but I was thinking about Cabal originally, like, because it's like sometimes you can't even play it just because of Cabal Shadow Priest.
For sure. Now, what does Amaz even do here?
I'm not sure.
I mean, if you Dark Cultist, you have to be afraid of Cruel Taskmaster, you have to be afraid of like Whirlwind, you have to be afraid of any weapon. So
I
the
would-
Dark Cultist is kind of sketchy.
I think just the pain might be alright.
Yeah, just the pain and heal yourself. Take a priest turn.
Mhm.
Wouldn't feel bad.
Oh, not even painting.
It's not even gonna react to them at all. I guess he's just waiting to set up the Shadow Madness, really using his resources carefully here.
Yeah.
Maybe Amaz is just already planning to take the game really slow into the late game because he's seen all of his opponent's card draw. And he thinks maybe if I space out all of my removal very carefully, I can take this game to fatigue and win.
What now?
Looks like a whirlwind, maybe.
That's Armorsmith, and then Whirlwind. Yeah, yeah, Whirlwind.
Oh, that's a couple of cards right there.
He's doing very well not to Cruel Taskmaster any of his guys and play into Shadow Madness. So
Yep.
that's very well done.
Yeah, he's playing it really smart.
Not a lot of people recognize like how that like vulnerable that makes you to Shadow Madness.
Mhm.
Obviously, he's played against a lot of priests.
I wonder if this is like a slightly backfiring from Amaz to take such a passive line and not use the Shadow Word Pain and such.
Yeah, it seems to be backfiring a little bit. He really seemed like he was trying to bait him into playing into the Shadow Madness.
I think, yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to get a good Shadow Madness off, but the Fisher just played around it really well.
Yeah. Maybe it's because like Amaz was taking so long on his turns that the Fishu was reading. Like he's trying to set something up.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
he made it a little too obvious. Oh, Cabal can come down.
Insta
now.
Cabal. I mean, what else? Is there something else? I don't think so. Just grab one after the card draws.
I mean, you get Harrison and try and fatigue him.
Mhm.
Give it the accolades all three jaws.
Give him, yeah, fatigue him. Try to go for the fatigue game.
Deathbite can just straight up kill the Cabal though, which makes this really sad.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a lot of value from the death spot.
For sure.
Do you cruel dust that or
If
the
you
armor
task
smith?
it, then it dies when you hit with the Deathbite.
Yeah. If he got cruel dust the acolyte, I guess he's trading it into the other acolyte.
To just deny a card draw.
Mhm. I think so.
I see.
It's not that huge to deny the draw at this point because Amaz already has 7 cards and he's gonna have 8 from here, and from the draw
and,
next turn he's gonna have 9.
and eventually he's gonna draw into his other card draw. So
Yep.
I don't know how much I like that play, but I understand his line of thinking.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Harrison gets no value here.
Nope.
He doesn't
But I
even
mean,
equip the Fiery War Axe to play around
yeah.
Harrison.
And it's a warrior, so it shouldn't be too sad about not landing it on the first weapon that he sees.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Like the value will still be there later.
Ooh,
This
bold.
looks like a madness turn.
No,
Or
no, you
no,
don't madness
okay.
that. He's saving both madnesses for the madness recombobulator combo. He's
Oh.
gonna get that Belcher.
Oh yeah.
He's even got the
Waiting for the
Shrinkmeister in
Belcher.
hand. So next turn he can Shrinkmeister
Wow.
Shadow Madness recombobulator on maybe
That's
the Shield
so
Maiden
sick. Yeah, I didn't even see that.
or the Sylvanas. So many good things.
Wow. Yeah.
Just playing super slow and holding on to these combos is really gonna help him in the later stages of the game.
Yeah. Amaz knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's just crazy with the Shadow Man Shrinkmeister Compopulator.
Yeah.
The things you can do.
Oh, we can see Deathbite come out. Deathbite number 2. I'm not sure if the Fisher's running Gorehowl or not.
Yeah, I don't know
I
either.
don't know if we've seen his.
We only saw the Hunter.
Yeah, we haven't seen his warrior deck, so there's no way for Amaz to know how long he needs to hold this Harrison for.
Yep.
Because if like warrior is able to establish a Gorehowl against priest, they can usually just win the value game and take the game long and win. So sometimes it's right to hold Harrison for that, but Amaz has no idea if he has Gorehowl or not. in the
That's
deck.
really, that's like one of the most important pieces of information, like
Yeah.
from a warrior deck. Is there a Gorehowl or not?
Yeah, we can see from his hand that he has a Baron Geddon.
Mhm.
So he probably doesn't have a Gorehowl, because you usually run either Baron Geddon or Gorehowl.
Because it's like, I think the right amount of 7 mana cards is 2, and Dr. Boom like has to be in
Yeah,
there. It's
Dr.
so
Boom's too
strong.
good. So Harrison does come down, and I think it's probably going to be okay just because the Baron Geddon's there.
Yep.
And Baron Geddon looks like it might come down.
Yep, it seems like an alright spot for that.
Then how does he respond to the Baron Geddon?
Yes, he could like fiery war axe and Harrison or something. But I like the get on
Yeah,
here
they get
the most. Yeah.
It's such a huge like board presence.
Yeah, it is. Huh. There's no obvious.
Yeah, there's
Answer.
definitely not an obvious play here. Something tricky is about to happen.
This is actually kind of awkward.
Kind of.
I'm just looking at Amaz's hand and I don't see a way to deal with that at all. Like, the closest thing is like Vol'jin and just wait for
let it
next
chill.
turn or something, yeah. Like, cause next turn you can deal with it then if Visher doesn't trade already.
Yeah, it's only gonna be a 6/5 Vol'jin
Yeah,
though.
that's pretty sad. I mean, there's bigger stuff for the Vol'jin in there.
And then Ragnaros is gonna come down.
Alright.
Well,
That's not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but out of the
Yeah,
options
it's
he had,
definitely not
it's
good.
probably the best one.
I think I would Straza face and hit
Yeah,
face.
for sure. I mean, you can put him down to 6.
Yeah.
And there's even the Chrome already.
And you have Grom and Rag and a weapon in hand.
Yep.
I think you're fairly happy with like the order of your bombs here.
Absolutely.
And you just saw he couldn't deal with Baron Geddon, so like have an 8/8.
Yep. Ouch.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Oh man. So Vol'jin
Well, he
trade
can clear the
Holy
board.
Nova.
Yeah. No, he clears
Or
the board, trade
Vol'jin
the
hero
3/3,
power. Yeah.
and then he plays Wild Pyromancer, then Holy Novas.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's
Try
pretty
and
good.
maximize like the heal on your face now, because you got to get out of Grom range.
Yeah.
But you're setting yourself to 10, which is exactly Grom range.
Yeah. There's no way he could be safe from Enraged Chromash. But with this play, he got like as far from it as possible. So if it doesn't happen just yet, at
Yeah.
least in a couple of turns he will be out of the
Yeah, he
range.
can begin healing up.
And also, we can see that there's the Rag, so
Oh yeah. Execute Ragnaros isn't even bad.
he could take a coin flip for lethal here with the
Oh,
Fiery
with
Axe
Fiery
Ragnaros.
Axe. Oh, that's definitely the play.
Yeah, I like it because he saw that Amaz struggled to deal with those, and there's no chance for a mind control really, because then the Chrome is gonna finish things.
For sure.
I think that's a really good opportunity for the Rag.
Yeah. And then if you just get a Grom activator,
Mm-hmm.
then you win still.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. Definitely the play.
I think
He's
he's
thinking
going
about
for it. Yep. Oh, he's
gonna
clearing.
clear and play the
But
Rag.
it's still gonna be the Rag.
I don't understand why do it
I guess that's
that way.
like a bit safer in a way.
I guess your opponent's guaranteed to be at 2 this way,
Yeah.
instead of either at 10 or at... So yeah, I guess it's a bit safer.
Yep.
And then next
And,
turn you just finish.
Looks like that's game. Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, really well done playing around the Shadow Menaces. That's really just decided this entire game.
Yep.
Both of the Shadow Menaces just sat dead in Amaz's hand, where...
Yeah, and the pain as well.
Yeah.
He needed to, like, in the end it would have worked out better if he just played some of that stuff.
Yeah. He was desperately trying to set it up. It didn't work.
I think that was supposed to be a recombulator instead of Shrinkmeister.
No, he's saving the Recombobulator for the Shadow Menace. He's just trying to put out targets for Rag to hit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And that's that. Shadow Word Pain, 2 Shadow Madnesses did nothing.
Did nothing. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the reason why he lost as well. Like, it didn't
Yeah,
work
he-
out. There's no Belcher.
Yeah, there was no Belcher that came down, and he tried to do tricky plays to like bait out Shadow Madness getting value instead of just taking the Shadow Word Pain value. So he got punished.
Tefishu played really smart around the stuff that Amaz had. Like, I think that was a flawless game from Tefishu.
Pretty
like-
flawless.
Like, I really didn't spot, like, all his turns were really efficient and stuff. Wow.
Couldn't have played it better myself.
So, game 3. And now it's gonna be
Good old Warrior, man.
good old Warrior against another Warrior.
Yeah, I really like all the swing cards and keeping in the Warrior Mirror. So I like keeping Sylvanas, I like keeping Harrison Jones and Black Knight, things like that. So I'm glad to see the Fishu keeping Harrison Jones and Amaz keeping Sylvanas. Those are like really just the best mid-game board presence. The Belcher's the only thing kind of a questionable keep from Amaz.
Yeah. Wow, that's a greedy keep. Wow.
He keeps the fiery works here just to make sure he has a way to deal with Acolyte of Pain.
Can't blame him for that.
Armor Smith off the top there for Amaz is fairly solid. Gives him something to do.
Like personally, my favorite card to have in this matchup early on is the Death Spite. Like that's the number one card for me.
Yeah.
Because that just
Same.
deals with all the small minions, and also like with the Death Rattle, it can deal with either a Shield Maiden or a Belcher.
Yeah, especially if I have the coin, I always mulligan back fiery works to try and look for Deathbite.
Death Spite is just way better.
Yeah. Except it feels really crappy when you get the fiery works later in the game and you're like, what do I do with this?
Some really exciting early turns here.
Yeah, for sure. He chooses
Armor
not
up.
to play the Armor Smith.
Yeah.
I guess he does this because he doesn't have a way to deal with Acolyte of Pain if
I
his
guess.
opponent were to play Acolyte of Pain into the Armor Smith.
Yeah.
So without the Fiery Works or Cruel Taskmaster in hand, he doesn't want to give his opponent free draws.
I actually do the same thing when I play ladder.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
in here, I don't know like if I would go for, but I guess probably yeah. But it's like every time in ladder, like, I don't play that if I don't have a weapon.
Fiery Works base, just trying to get rid of these Fiery Works, they don't really accomplish too much in the matchup.
Here the Armor Smith fits pretty well because that's 3 damage on the weapon, and Armor Smith obviously has 4 toughness.
Yeah.
Seems like a good time. Now if he plays a Death Spite, he's gonna waste the Fire Reacts.
Yep. And he's
I still
just gonna
I still
fire
think
the
that
face again.
I think it was the right call to play the Fire Reacts just because he had to.
Yeah, just they don't do anything in this matchup,
No.
which is why it was really questionable why he kept it up to mulligan.
Yeah,
Like its sole purpose in the matchup, I guess, is to occasionally kill an Acolyte that comes down on 3.
yeah, you have a really good point there. I agree with that. So,
I think you just respond with your own Belcher.
yep.
You get armor for the trades and he doesn't, so that gives you a little bit of an edge there.
Nothing else seemed any good.
Yeah. So Fiery Works and the Acolyte of Pain maybe, or do you hold the Acolyte of Pain to just try and guarantee you get draws off of it?
I would probably just drop it here. Like,
Me as well.
why hold on? There's the Armor Smith, so he needs to like. There's no way to kill off the Armor Smith for Amaz.
Yeah.
So there's like a chance that you will draw from it with the Acolyte.
Also, you already have Harrison Jones in your hand, which is going to be able to draw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is definitely the right play. Looks like he's gonna be drawing 2 cards from the Acolyte. Minimum of 2. Like, there's no way for Amaz right now to just kill the Acolyte easily.
Yeah. So this turn he can either develop one of his 6 drops, Sylvanas or Shield Maiden, or he can develop one of the weapons.
It's interesting.
If he develops one of the weapons, if he develops the Fiery Works, he can also develop the Acolyte. So I think I would go with that play.
Yep. Seems solid.
Also, you're developing the Fireworks, but choose the armor instead of the Acolyte. So he's just trying to guarantee draws off the Acolyte here.
Yeah.
He saw that his opponent got 2, so I guess he thinks that if he only gets 1 off of his Acolyte, he'll fall behind. And with no other card draw in hand, it's probably fairly smart.
Yeah, he knows that it would die to the Fiery Axe, so
Yeah.
I think that was a good keep in the situation. That belongs in the...
That belongs in a museum.
Well, he only got a Fiery Works with it, which is usually not
It's
very good in this
not
matchup.
optimal at all.
Yeah.
You want either a Death Spite or if there's
Ooh,
Gore
the
Howl, you want
cleave.
that.
Could we see some cleave action? Probably not.
Might see, but
I
most
don't know,
likely
just
no.
to kill the Acolyte? No. Yeah, you definitely want to try and hit Deathbite or Dream Gore Howl with the Harrison Jones.
Yep.
So, I'm not sure if I fully stand behind the Harrison Jones play.
It's boom time.
Playing Dr. Boom first is always good.
Ugh, that's no removal.
Oh, he could do like Whirlwind, Cleave, and hit it.
Dr. Boom Whirlwind. That's, where did the boom bots go?
No, he could hit the Dr. Boom and Cleave.
Yeah.
That seems actually very solid.
Oh yeah,
You kill it for free, basically,
that's
because
pretty good. I mean,
life doesn't matter yet until after they Alex you.
like the only kind of problem with that is that then the acolyte will draw too. Like that's a bit sad.
Yeah, yeah. Then you just have to make sure your acolyte gets better draws, which you can do with the whirlwind in your hand. So yeah, I really like that play of just face tanking the Dr. Boom. You're at 32 life. Even play your own acolyte, then face tank the Dr. Boom sounds fine to me. And then just cleave it off.
Seems like he decided against letting his opponent draw more than one from the acolyte.
Interesting. But now he has to use another card to finish off the Dr. Boom. And he didn't even find the other card he was
He
looking
didn't
for.
find it.
So
I liked
Boom's-
your play a little bit better there.
Yeah.
So that would have been an easy way to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, anything you can deal with your face before you get Alexed is just awesome. Because usually in the Control Warrior mirror, your life total doesn't really become too much of a factor until after they set you down to 15.
If I was Amaz, I would be feeling pretty bad here, knowing that there's like 2 executes,
Yeah.
2 shield subs, and 2 big game hunters, and his hand is full, and he does like none of that stuff.
Yeah, that's
It's
very,
really
very
unfortunate draw from Amaz. Oh wow!
Yeah, well,
Down comes the drag.
that is gonna hurt.
Now he
one
gets it. Well,
card off.
it's still good, right? Kinda.
So do you big
You
game
can
hunter?
brawl and just big game hunt whatever wins,
Or you can also play Sylvanas into the reg
I guess.
and just hope
Just
he
hunt
doesn't have Sylvanas.
Hunt the boom and. Okay.
I can take the hit.
Interesting. Dr. Boom's gonna like
Definitely not the
continue to
play that I
generate
would have
value.
went with, but I guess it's kind of okay. That's a bit dangerous though. I think
Yeah.
I liked either like Sylvanas big game hunter or Brawl or big game hunter a little bit better, just to deal with the boom as well. Like
It
just
feels
to
really
deal with
bad
both
to
of the threats.
let things live on the board.
Yeah.
And that Dr. Boom connecting for another 7 is starting to hurt.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like getting to the point where like the Fishu can just like start weaponing the other Amaz in the face.
And the armor is really valuable. It's
Yeah.
not gonna do much here.
He doesn't have very many ways to activate a shield slam if he were to top deck a shield slam now.
Yeah, that's true.
I can take the hit.
From the Fishu,
Yeah, he's just gonna clear the board here.
seems solid.
Yeah.
Or just probably leave that up. I mean, I wouldn't want to skip on 7 damage to the face
For
at this
sure.
stage.
Oh, we might be able to see a brawl come. Oh,
Now he's
another
drawing
big
the PG. I mean, they're still good, but they would have been even better if he had one of those to deal with the Dr. Boom before it dealt 14 damage.
Yeah. Well, you can still clear the board with like cleave, trade his big game hunter, and take 5 from the shield maiden, and then develop his own Dr. Boom. Which
Yeah,
I
that's
mean
not too bad.
leaves him vulnerable to like Grom lethals and stuff. But this is the point of the game where you have to take risks.
Yeah, I agree. What about like Boom, Whirlwind, Cleave?
Maybe a bit ambitious.
Maybe a little bit.
Just roll 4 on both
Oh
of
my
them.
God.
Easy.
Yeah. Maybe it's Brawl time. How about Brawl? I mean, the Shield Maiden survivor would really suck though.
Brawl's pretty scary too.
Okay.
What is Whirlwind trading and big game huntering?
I have no idea.
He's just trying to avoid taking face damage here, and then
Okay.
gonna begin armoring up, I guess, or is he gonna drop the Sylvanas defensively? Dropping a defensive Sylvanas isn't even that bad, because it's really hard for them to develop a bomb if you play Sylvanas. So then they're forced to have to remove it. So then you can get a breather for a minute, because he has no shield slams or executes in
Yeah.
hand or any way to deal with big
That
bombs.
seems alright. I might have valued the Whirlwind higher than the Cleave and used that instead if I was to go for that play. So Cleave might be a bit clunky to use.
Yeah, Cleave's extremely clunky to use, whereas Whirlwind's just always a consistent activator for execute, and you haven't seen either of them yet. So I think I agree with you. You
So
can,
no way to survive Chrome here, right?
you can Dr. Boom, Death Bite, Face, have it roll 4 on both of the armor smiths, and armor up.
Wow.
Looks like he's gonna Alex.
So he would go to 16. Okay, so that would basically like keep him safe from only the Chrome. But I think it's too early for Alex here.
Yeah. You can't play around Grom forever.
No.
You'll just lose eventually.
Like if he was to play Alex here, it would be just to survive next turn, like get a tiny bit better odds.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
I think
Much
that's
better board position to just
good play.
boom. Not sure if the Armor Smith was worth the death bite charge though. I guess you don't really want to be weaponing things in the face or weaponing things because you're so low on life, but
Yeah.
the weapon charges are so valuable. The death bite charge takes out so many things.
Yeah. So if you're the Fishu, what do you go for here? I guess you execute the boom most likely.
Yeah, it seems.
Or do you brawl?
I
Because there's like a
wouldn't mind seeing brawl.
there's quite a few good results for the brawl. I mean, basically only the boom surviving would be a disaster.
Yeah, and brawl doesn't usually get too much value in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree.
So
In this matchup, it's not that important to keep the brawl.
it's just you don't develop anything if you brawl, so it feels kind of bad.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem. And he's so high on health that like if it was to just play the Sylvanas, I wouldn't blame him for that either. Just Sylvanas and like
And
pass.
yeah, it's not even bad.
Okay.
Looks like he's gonna execute and then either play Sylvanas or Shield Maiden. I like developing the creature, just keeping the pressure on while Amaz is at 10 health.
Seems solid. Like he's ahead and he's pushing for it here.
Yeah. Just trying to finish out the game before we get to fatigue.
Can't blame him for that.
Definitely not. Alright, so looks like it's either Alex or Fiery War X.
And Sylvanas.
Execute. If you Alex, you're still dead to Grom and an activator because you're just going to 15 and Grom and an activator is 15. But it does put an 8/8 in play, which is never that bad.
Nope.
Unless he has a big game.
Phew. Dodging the Chrome again.
Touching the Grom once again.
For a few turns now, it's been like if there was a top deck Chrome, he would have just been dead.
Yeah. The Sylvanas here is going to be crazy strong against the Alex.
Yeah, there's no answer right now.
Yeah. We don't know if Amaz is running any silence, but
I mean, he can bump the Alex into the Shield Maiden instead, but he's going so low.
yeah. And then Grom once again is going to be lethal.
So you think Sylvanas and Deathspite face?
I have no
Yeah.
time for games.
Agreed.
Easy play. He's just like double checking all of his stuff to make sure he doesn't make any
Yeah.
mistakes.
Oh man, this is getting
Yeah.
really rough for Amaz.
Is he just dead?
Not dead yet. I mean, there's a few ways, because he might like give the Alex away basically and then just deal with it.
Sure.
Like he could bump the Alex just straight up to the Sylvanas. No, this is probably bad, but basically he could do this. So he could bump it into that and then like cleave and execute the Shield Maiden, Cruel Task the Alex.
If he
But probably like Cruel Task first.
he needs
and
to
just
clear like the whole board, otherwise
Yeah.
he just dies to the death bite.
Yes. Wow.
He's
So
brawl and then execute
and
the
execute
Alex.
whatever wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cruel Task execute. Like this brawl doesn't actually matter at all. Like it doesn't matter which of the minions survived. Like no matter what it was, there would have been this play.
Yeah.
The Sylvanas. Oh, it did matter a tiny bit, because if the Sylvanas won, then the Cruel Task would have been stolen. If the Sylvanas was the winner, then the Cruel Task would have went
it
to
did,
the
yeah.
to
That's
Fisher.
true. And then he would have died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, with the other Cruel Task in the hand.
Execute's a dead draw here.
Yeah.
Amaz maybe has a chance to crawl back into this game.
He needs to draw some armor up
Some
before.
chain shield blocks.
Yeah. Because like this is so dangerous, because it looks like he needs. I would keep the weapon if I was the Fisher, just to
Yeah,
deal with the
yeah.
Belcher. But Amaz needs to draw into either armor ups or.
This is the
Or the
last
Belcher.
death bite from the Fisher, right?
I think so. I don't understand this if he goes for face. I guess he's Cruel Tasking the other Cruel Task then. Or
Yeah, if
something.
he death bites face, go task, go task.
But I might just wait here if I'm the Fisher.
Then, as long as Amaz doesn't get shield blocked, just a
Mhm.
naked ground would be lethal.
The problem with this is that then the Belcher is kind of awkward.
Yeah. Well, he has Whirlwind execute.
Yeah, I guess. So it would still work with the Chrome if he was to get it.
Oh, there's
There's the Belcher, but now he can now he can kill that off. And
Yeah, now he can't. He has no way to kill the Belcher unless
he
he wants
can't
to
get
waste
through the
an
Belcher
execute
anymore.
on it. If he waits to execute on it, Amaz could actually come back into this game.
Yeah, like
That's the first, like,
that was
that was the first one that I think was a misplay from
Yeah.
the Fishu so far.
I think so. Like overall, he's been playing really good, but
Yeah,
that
very,
might
very
hurt
solid.
him.
Especially against the Priest game, that was pretty
Yeah,
sick.
that was really sick. But we'll see. I mean, he could get into like a shield
Oh my gosh.
block
Good
first.
draw.
Wow.
That's what Amaz needs right now.
Yeah.
The shield block into Accolade Pain.
Do you Acolyte Whirlwind execute?
No, you can't do that on a Belcher.
I guess. I might have considered using the Whirlwind just to
Fancy.
cycle,
Yeah, maybe.
but it also makes sense to keep it for an activation on the Grom. So eventually he has to draw into it.
Yeah. He has to have the activator for the Grom. Well, using your face some more. I mean, why not, right?
Let's see what he gets.
the
Oh, now he gets the Grom. Like for 5 turns it would have been lethal. You can see it on his face. He's like, okay, well that's not good anymore. That's no good anymore. No, he's like, I wish I had the
Amaz
Death
is, I
Spite.
think, He's thinking about Brawl here if he wants to develop a creature or not.
He should, I think. But it's gonna be the Brawl, so it's not that much value. Actually, like, it would. I personally I would develop a creature because I feel like you had to.
Yeah,
you
I
have
would
to.
develop too, just
But-
because you feel like you have to. But I think it's wrong because we know the hands.
If we saw the cards, I think it's wrong because the Brawl will come out now.
Yeah,
Seeing the hands, but
Seeing the
without
hands.
without seeing it, I would also I would go for this.
yeah, I would develop the creature. Wow, the Fishu gets both the shield blocks that Amaz is looking for.
Yeah.
He's just taking them from him.
I want to see the Brawl here. There's no bad result really. Like the better option would even be if the Grom survived, because then he has lethal next turn with the Grom Whirlwind Execute.
Yeah, for sure.
Like basically, the worst case is that you take out a Grom, which is good value already for a Brawl.
Yeah. And then you don't have to execute the Belcher or anything.
Yep.
So I would not feel bad.